Welcome back to Underrated. This is episode 4, and I'm kind of cheating this time because I've been featuring albums, whereas this time I'm featuring 2 EPs which I'm going to lump together as an album. And the band we're talking about is Breaking in a Sequence, aka Bias. Nu metal has been making a return in the 2020s, which makes me very, very happy. This band are part of that, I feel. In age, they're a little bit older than a lot of the new metal bands that are coming out now. They're not in their 20s, they appear to be more late 30s, early 40s. And in fact, David Silveria, who you may know from the band Korn, was their drummer. Was. I'm just looking at a Metal Injection feature now saying that Breaking in a Sequence is now the band formerly known as the one that features ex-Korn drummer David Silveria. So there we go. He's not in the band anymore, sadly. That's what he went on to do in recent years after that weird Core 10 thing. And I think the less said about that, the better. Because of this. Breaking in a Sequence. They have, as I said, 2 EPs, being Acronym in 2021 and Defy the Algorithm in 2022. It's now 2025 and we haven't heard much from them since, which is a little concerning and potentially quite a big shame. I believe they're on the hunt for a new drummer. Anyway, these 2 EPs that, as I say, I'm going to lump together as one album, each contain 6 tracks, so put them together, that's 12, that's pretty much an album, right? And they sonically are very consistent. I can only assume they had the same producer. Hold your ground, it's about to get rough, don't let the side of the ash. Hey now, there's no need to play pretend. You could like put them in a playlist and hit shuffle and it would all just sound like one album. It's great, it's really good. Seen this before. So the first song I heard of theirs was the first song on their first EP, which is called Pity. Which, as soon as it started, immediately made me think of Limp Bizkit. There are hints throughout their songs of like taking inspiration from this band and that band. There's moments of Limp Bizkit, there's obviously elements of Korn as well. Little bit of Linkin Park, like the more cleaner side of nu metal, really, but with like really crisp, modern, punchy production. It's really, really good. Take a look around you. They have a couple of music videos, which I'll be sharing here with you. As a sacrifice. Hold your ground, it's about to get rough. Don't let the side of the finding center and aligning after this around. They also have a cover of Faith No More's Midlife Crisis. You're perfect, yes, it's true, but without me. There's 2 different types of cover, right? There's one where it's like exactly the same as the original or reinterpreted in a completely different way. This is the former. And I've in recent years I've listened to it so much that now the original sounds kind of weak. Not to discredit Faith No More because obviously it's their song, but this is kind of the one that I know now in a weird way. But yeah, they've got some really nice melodies and heavy bits is a very, very short summary of their sound overall. And that works for me. This vocalist is really, really good. And he's part of the reason why I wanted to include this album in this series, Underrated, because I think he is underrated. I'd never heard of him before. I don't know if he'd been in any big bands before this. I don't think so. But he's so good. Seen this before. How many
There's moments actually where he does sound a lot like Jonathan Davis. I don't know if that's intentional.
You don't know what you don't know. Why'd you think we were bitter?
Or coincidental, but a happy accident at the very least. Because the band doesn't sound like Korn. There's no Korn-like melodies or dark subject matter or anything like that. It's heavy, but it's also quite positive sounding music. Like, it's quite uplifting, which is nice.
You're confusing notion with progress.
So Twine is another standout song for me. Really leaning into that, hey, you remember nu metal thing, but in a really tasteful, in a really good, very crisp way.
Why won't you listen?
They do have a couple of ballady type songs, like Antibodies, for example.
Feels alive. And you haven't
It's nice when a band can be heavy and they have the occasional song that is nice and mellow and not heavy at all. It shows diversity. They do borrow from a lot of different bands. They do have their own sound, though, I will say. Considering that one of the members is a previous member of Korn, you wouldn't know. If you didn't know that going in, you would never assume it, because the drumming from David Silveria it's very simple, to put it brutally. He was never particularly known for his super technical skill. He was more like funky, groovy style back in the day. And I think, times moved on from then, and he can't quite do the sick shit he was doing in early Korn anymore. I think like he ruined his wrists or something from doing it so much, which, understandable. But solid drumming. I can't criticize the drumming at all. It just doesn't. It's not a standout sound in the band's overall sound. And yeah, there's some songs, Worn Down, for example.
Hey now, there's no need to play pretend. You haven't broken.
I'll listen to it and then it will remain stuck in my head for hours, if not days afterwards. Very good gym music. I know I say this a lot, but it is very good gym music. It gets you like pumped and hyped for whatever you're doing. In fact, if you watched my vlog about Spain, we were listening to Breaking in a Sequence whilst painting my friend's roof. I was feeling motivated. The main thing I will say is that the production on both of these EPs is perfect. It's so good, which makes it even more shocking that no one's really heard of them. Because the vocalist, he does very, very good layering of like multiple recordings of his voice and harmonizing with himself. It's really good. It's really catchy. He has a very catchy sound to his voice. Whatever melody he's singing, it remains in your head for some reason. Yeah, so if you are like me and you're very happy about nu metal being very much back, do yourself a favor and go and check out Breaking in a Sequence. They are worth your time, I promise you. Even if it doesn't blow your mind, there is nothing bad here. Like, literally nothing. I can't imagine anyone of around my age listening to this and not getting a sense of... Nostalgia is not quite the word, because it's very modern sounding music, but there's definite hints of what was going on in the late 90s, early 2000s in a really tasteful way. It's not like shoved in your face, it's just that's just their sound. So yeah, Acronym and Defy the Algorithm. I can't really tell you which of these two is better because they're both so consistent, and when I listen to Breaking in a Sequence, I do what I said earlier, which is to take all of the songs, the 12 songs on this, and just put it in a playlist and hit shuffle. It always works. I think really the cynic in me wants to say that the only reason this band even got the studio time to record these EPs is because of David Silveria. But even if he wasn't involved I think the music would still be as good, because it's not, like I said, the drumming's not super technical. A lot of drummers could do this. I think they were just, at the beginning, riding off his star power, perhaps, and now he's not in the band anymore, and I've really no idea what they're doing going forward, so time will tell. But for now, we have these 2 EPs, which I will continue to listen to for some time, and I hope you do too. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you very much for watching. If you've liked what you've heard, then let me know. I still have not thought of how to end videos yet, though, so I'm just going to say, go away.